is tossed around loosely in our society. Athletes and movie stars are sometimes given that title.
But one South Florida dad wanted his son to be inspired by some true heroes who prove that one person can indeed change the world. News Channel 5's Kelly Dunn shows us he put 52 examples into a book.
On the day Brad Meltzer's first child was born, he decided to write a book that would help his boy become a good man.
But the truth was, I didn't know anything about being a father.
But he did know how to write books. You see, Brad Meltzer is the author of 7 best-selling novels.
I wrote 1, love God. I said 2, be nice to the fat kid in class. And I just started writing, just rules. But we all know rules are silly. They're just words. What I think is far more amazing is proof, when you can give your kid absolute proof. And that's what I wanted these heroes to be, is the absolute proof that what you dream can be.
In Heroes for My Son, Brad didn't just write about great people. He wrote about the moments that made them great.
Every time the Wright brothers went out to fly their plane, they'd bring enough materials for multiple crashes, which means every time they went out, they knew they were going to fail. If you have a dream and you work hard and you have a side order of stubbornness, you can do anything in this world.
Thomas Jefferson is in the book, not because he wrote the Declaration of Independence, but because he never took credit for it.
No politician today would have that humility. I said, this is proof that humility can get you far.
The book features many famous people and some that should be, like Frank Shankwitz.
He's a police officer who found out about a boy with leukemia who also wanted to be a police officer. So he had a little uniform made for the boy, goes to the boy's hospital room when the boy falls into a coma, and he pins little motorcycle wings on the boy. The boy wakes up out of the coma as the wings come on him and smiles, falls back into the coma, eventually dies, and on the way back from the funeral, Frank Shankwitz, this police officer, looks at his buddy and says, for one day we made that kid really happy. We should do that for other kids. That's how the Make-A-Wish Foundation is born.
Brad also wrote about sports heroes like Roberto Clemente, who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. But he didn't write about his baseball skills.
Roberto Clemente found out about an earthquake in Nicaragua, sent over food and medicine, 3 plane loads full, and they were all confiscated. And he said, I'm so determined to make sure the 4th plane gets there, I'm going to get on the plane myself. He does just that, and the plane crashes in the ocean, killing everyone on board. And so he says he's not a hero because he died. He's a hero because of why he got on board.
Brad's favorite hero in the book is his mom, Terry, whose love and support never wavered, even when Brad thought his literary career was ending.
I called her up terrified, and I said to her, Mom, this is it. It's over. And she said to me, I'd love you if you were a garbage man. My mom passed away 2 years ago from breast cancer. It's the reason I finished this book. It's what made me say, don't save the nice words for the eulogy.
52 heroes, 52 stories, 52 reminders that anything is possible.
The most important pages in the whole book are the last 2 pages. They're blank. And they say your hero's photo here and your hero's story here. And I promise you, when you put your mom or your dad or your grandfather or your grandmother's picture in that book, and you write 1 sentence about why they're your hero, I promise you that will be the most beautiful page in the entire book.
Heroes for My Son, which is Brad Meltzer's first nonfiction book, is currently on the New York Times bestsellers list. His daughter Lila reminds him every day that he needs to write another one, so expect Heroes for My Daughter in the future. Also coming up, Brad's 8th novel, due out in January. Kelly Dunn, News Channel 5. We all need to write a book like that for our kids,
Inspiration.
Really,
Those stories
really
are unbelievable. And you don't